Hello, how are you? And welcome back to another speed build. Well, kind of welcome back. You've probably already seen this a little bit. This is the build that I did for my 10-minute build challenge, which if you watch that was insane. You'll notice that the video starts with the empty lot because I included the beginning. Just so in case you didn't see my 10-minute build challenge, you'll know how the build started. And so there's that, and then it will continue on to what is the completed build, which is, I think it's pretty cool. When I finished the 10 minutes, obviously I wasn't happy with it because it wasn't finished, but it was actually better than I thought, and I could see it had a lot of potential, and I really wanted to finish it, but I didn't want to finish it in that video because they would have made the video so long. So here we are in another video with the same house, and it's kind of like a renovation. I mean, it's a completion, but it's also kind of like a renovation because basically what I built was a shell house with a kitchen and a bed, but now it has a full kitchen, it has a dining area, it has a living room, it has a bathroom, it has a completed bedroom, it has landscaping. You know how much I love landscaping. Actually, I'll get to this later when the video actually catches up to the landscaping, but my absolute favorite part of building here, because I don't usually build in Oasis Springs, but now that I did, it gave me an excuse to use all the cactuses, which I don't usually use. Cacti, cactuses, whichever. I don't know. Cactuses just rolls off the tongue. Don't correct my grammar. I know what I'm doing. But I got to use them all. And so we got their succulents in here. I tried to use more desert flora and fauna, except there aren't any animals. I just want to say both. But I tried to use more desert-like plants to complement the areas. I also ended up using palm trees, and I tried to keep the tones natural. So there's browns and reds, and then I add some color when we get to the actual interior of the house. So I use yellows. I think there's a little bit of blue. I'm not sure. But I just played with it, and I liked it. I was originally going to, with the walkway that's kind of cut out here with the arches, where I have I can't remember what they're called, but those beams, I was originally going to lift some plants, and I did try it, but I didn't like how they looked because they looked too lush for kind of the desert environment that the build is in, and so I ended up just leaving them exposed, and I actually really like them like that. You'll see me actually experiment with that later, but spoiler alert, I leave them exposed, and I kind of like it. And I kept the house small. When I did the 10-minute build challenge, I knew I was going to continue the build and I was going to finish it. But what I didn't know until I actually started finishing it was that I didn't delete anything that I had already put in, except I did change the floor in the bathroom, but I think it's a little bit different. But I didn't really add, except for 2 or 3 spaces in the kitchen because I cut out the dining room a little bit. But I didn't change the style of anything. I added some windows because the only windows were those 4 in the front. But for the most part, the house is the exact same layout as it was, which I think is pretty snazzy because I didn't want to kind of throw the 10 minutes to the wind because it's a speed build. I can do whatever I want. But if I'm finishing the 10-minute build, I didn't want to cheat and change everything because I did like the house, and I still do like the house. Weird thing though, I noticed this when I was building or finishing, this one. I've been building a lot of houses lately that have no TVs, which is weird because when I'm playing The Sims, one of the main things is I got to put a TV in here because that's the easiest way to get their fun up. But in these houses I've been building, I haven't been putting TVs, and I'm not sure why. I think it might be because I've been kind of sort of experimenting with different living room layouts that aren't so wall hugging and focused around kind of a wall point. So that freestanding quality makes me not really think of the TV because, in this living room, for example, it's a small living room. And then the wall that the couches face is, 1, the wall that the front door is on, and 2, a smaller wall. And so I didn't really want to put a TV on it. It just didn't make sense to me to try to shove a TV in there. And so I didn't. I just kept a little conversation area. and I'm a fan. I mean, you can put a TV in here if you want to do that, but that's up to you. Also, the bedroom is small, but I really like it because I add some plants, and then I put some artwork over the bed. I put plants. I put plants over the bed. The plant wall terrarium type things from, I don't know which pack. The kitchen one. Not Cool Kitchen Stuff. The one where you get restaurants. You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the name of the pack right now. But that thing, you'll see them. But I don't know. I like it. Kind of everything is compact, but it's cute. And I tried to go with like, not a completely industrial theme, but like industrial vibes. So I have the counters and the nightstand that are they're metal and wood, and they're not, I don't want to say unfinished, but you know what I mean, that just kind of industrial quality. And then I also use a lot of masonry, so there's brickwork or stonework, I guess, on the columns outside, and then the sink in the bathroom has it. I end up changing the tile in the bathroom to a brick tile. I don't know. So it just kind of, it kind of helped embody the fact that it's in the desert, those neutral tones because of bricks and stuff. Like I said, the bright spot is the living room. And oh my gosh, favorite part of this house. Did I already say I have a favorite part? I don't know. But I'm going to reclaim the favorite part if I have. And it's the kitchen. And it's because I decided not to go with cabinets in the kitchen. I have counters, and then I put shelves up. I don't know if you've ever seen a kitchen that has shelves above the counters instead of cabinets, but if they're done right and they're kept organized, then they're really cool, and I think they're really cool in this build. I mean, you can't unorganize them in The Sims. Once you put something there, it's there. So you can only do them right. So I think they look cool. Also, another thing that I didn't notice until now, like when I'm doing the voiceover, is that the squirrel hot chocolate thing from Outdoor Retreat that I put on that top shelf over there with the paper towels, I raised it because I used the 9 key to raise it up onto the shelf, and I raised it a little too high, so it's actually floating. So if you download the house, you might want to fix that, unless you want your squirrel hot chocolate to float. I mean, whatever floats your squirrel hot chocolate. That's up to you. Another thing I did that I really like, I don't know why I like this build so much. Like, I don't normally like playing in Oasis Springs because I don't like desert environments. I don't usually like neutral tones. I don't usually do small builds, but if you've watched me build, kind of followed the progression of me challenging myself, you'll notice that my builds are actually getting smaller. Like, I mean, I've done some bigger builds, but my ability, my build range, the size of the builds it's growing by shrinking, if that makes sense. I can build small houses now, okay? That's all you need to know. But I didn't do anything at all in the backyard of this house. And the main reason for that was kind of because I didn't really know what this house would need. I didn't think it was the kind of house that would have a pool. And I didn't really want to put a patio behind it. It just didn't fit. Not spatially, but logically, I didn't think there'd be a patio back there. But also because this lot, the back, I mean, you can place this house on whatever lot you want, live your dream. But the back is desert, and then rocky outcropping, and then the river. And I felt like when you live in a house like that, that's the kind of backyard you don't really touch because there's that beautiful scenery behind it and you don't want to block it. So that was my kind of reasoning there. But I think there's room for a pool, and obviously if you put it on a bigger lot, then you'll definitely have room for a pool. Just depends on what you want to do with it. I don't even know what to say about this house. I just think I'm feeling it. I know I say this about all my builds that I really like, but I really want to play in it. And most of my builds I don't really have a chance to play in because I built so many. But I might find some way to play in this. Also, I love this fountain. I feel like it really tied the whole front yard together with the kind of ragged-leaved plants. I take out the succulents, don't worry. But yeah, I don't know. I really like this build. The 10-minute build challenge was stressful, but I think this came out really good. But the screenshots are about to come through, so I'm going to let you go. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to know what you think. You can download this build on the gallery. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!